Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Let's see. Oh, there I am, and there you are. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, last minute change. Let's go ahead and do 9 o'clock on Saturday. Okay. All right, yogis. So you will need perhaps a block or a bolster to sit on, whatever you need to have a tall spine. When we talk about chanting, like why are we chanting? What's the Sanskrit? Are we calling in Vishnu? What's happening here? No, none of those things. Okay, even though yoga has its roots in Buddhism and you know, has different Hindu deities that are mentioned. There's, mudras, there's different shapes. Yoga is about connecting. And so whether you are Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, good morning. It doesn't matter. Yoga means to yoke, to unite. So no worries. So just, let your intention be connecting with your higher self. Okay. So this morning, the reason chanting is so fantastic and for healing trauma is that it stimulates the vagus nerve right here in your throat chakra, Vishuddha. I'm wearing blue. Blue is the color here, so you're welcome to visualize any blue as we're chanting, but notice the sensations that happen in your throat as we're chanting. We're just going to chant Om, right? And Om is A-U-M as we chant it. So phonetically, it's O-M, but as we're chanting, we're going to make our mouths go ah, ooh, okay? And in order to have a long chant, we want to have a full breath. So find a tall seat. I sit up on a bolster, a yoga block with a little padding there, and I'm going to pull my shirt real tight here so that you can see what's happening with my breath. So with a tall spine, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, we want to empty out first. So pulling belly to spine, and then as you inhale, push your belly out. Let chest expand, and then but with chanting, we're going to let the exhale empty from the chest and then belly. And on the bottom of the exhale, pull your belly to spine. So you're all ready to go for that next Durga breath. So yeah, Durga is the name of a goddess. And yet this 3-part breath is really a beautiful yogic breath. So see, we're filling out low lungs first by pushing belly out, filling middle up, and upper by really pulling the breath up into the upper lobes of the lungs, which are above the collarbone. So you may even feel or visualize the breath coming in through the back. And then as you chant, we want to empty out from the chest down. As that exhale continues, pull belly to spine. So 9:06, we are going to chant for, 4 minutes. Let's do 4 minutes, okay? But trauma-informed yoga, this is your healing practice. So feel free to stop at any time. Feel free to do something else. You can take a couple breaks and then join in. So listen to what your body needs. Yeah? Okay, perfect. I'm kind of waiting for it to turn 9:07 so that we have 3 minutes, but anyhow. So you can sit in, this isn't exactly Sukhasana. I have my feet, ankles kind of alongside each other as opposed to underneath or half lotus or anything. You can sit in Virasana, hero's pose, where you can simply sit on the tops of your feet. You can use a yoga block to support your bum if you need that for some length, right? So just know that you can sit. You can sit in a chair. You can sit all sorts of places with a tall spine. Okay, guys. 9:07, 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. So emptying out all of your air, belly to spine. Inhale. Ah. Om. Ah. Ah. One more. Um, just sit with that breath quietly. Notice the quality of your being. Notice the presence of your mind, sensations in your body. Yes. I even feel more grounded, more dropped into myself and the present moment. So even just 3 minutes of chanting stimulates that vagus nerve, switching our nervous systems to rest and digest, where we're increasing our capacity to be with what is. Good. So we're doing neck and shoulders today, which is appropriate because the neck and shoulders, this is all the sort of throat chakra, Vishuddha. And your throat chakra is amazing because it takes all of the energy from these lower chakras as well as the energy from the higher ones. And here it comes out into the world via the throat chakra, Vishuddha. So when we are speaking our truth, satya, which is in the first limb of yoga, these sort of um, moral and ethical imperatives. Satya is all about speaking your truth, walking your truth. And in order to do those, you need to know your truth. So that's where the yoga practice comes in. So, yeah, so neck and shoulders, all about throat issues. If you have any throat issues, chanting is one of the best things you can do. And if you notice, when we talked about having that long exhale, that is pranayama. That's a whole limb of yoga. So asanas are a limb of yoga where we bring some movement into our body. Pranayama is our breath, a whole limb of yoga, right? Concentration, dharana, a whole limb of yoga. And oftentimes people associate chanting with meditation, a dharayana, another whole limb of yoga. So you don't have to get into physical shapes to move energy throughout your body. And even I can hear it all kind of moving. So it's great, releasing. So let's just start with our neck here. Yeah. So feel free to have another shape if you need to, or I'm feeling like I want to change the cross of my legs here so that I can let my hips sort of experience releasing already. So yes, blessings for a beautiful day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So, dropping the head and neck down. So, tall spine, except for the neck. Just bring your chin to your chest. And in yin yoga, we hold the shapes for a long time. But in this morning practice, I feel like I want to bring a little movement. So, go ahead and bring your head up here. And then now just drop your ear, my right ear to my right shoulder. We're going to do it in sort of these sections and then we'll put it all together. But again, because it's trauma informed, you can do whatever you want to do. So I don't generally tend to bring your head back to neutral. I don't generally tend to go back a little bit. If you do go back, you don't want to really hyperextend your neck. So you want to bring your eyes to look sort of where the corner meets the ceiling, where the wall meets the ceiling. Yeah. So left ear to left shoulder. You can always bring your eyes to look to the left behind closed eyes or gently open. This again communicates to the vagus nerve. Audible sighs are welcome at any time. Slowing down, bringing your awareness to what's happening right now. Head back to neutral. And now this time we're going to drop our chin to our chest and keep it here as we bring your chin to look to the right shoulder. So it's just sort of at an angle. And really feel that sort of pin your left shoulder down. Hard to talk in this shape. Feeling that upper trap, feeling the stretch suboccipitally, so sort of that shoulder blade. I used to know what those muscles were. They scalenes, sternocleidomastoid, teres minor. No, that's lower. So head back to neutral, drop to the center, and then pin that right shoulder back as you bring your chin to touch or energetically connect with your left shoulder. Soften, it doesn't have to work. I noticed my jaw sort of was tight. No judgment. Notice what's happening in your body. Good. Head back to neutral. And then let's just take it in some gentle, gentle circles here. So dropping your head down and you go in your pace. So I'm just smoothing what we just did out. I'm going to bring my head back just a skosh. I said that the other day in session, and my client said, "You don't really hear that much." And then I had to figure out where I had heard it from. And I think it comes from the Michigan, from the Upers, from the Upper Peninsula. But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Slow. The slower you go, the more you can notice. Feel free to linger in any spots that are maybe a little sticky or sore. So let's just go 3 times one direction and 3 times the other direction. Super slow. And again, if you don't feel like doing these head circles, no worries. Oh, so good. Notice what the rest of your spine is doing. I oftentimes talk about that back body fascia. I'll do a whole video on fascia, I think, to really show you what's happening. There's this great book, Fascial Planes, Fascial Trains. Ooh, beautiful. And then as I put my head back, it kind of underbite a little bit to stretch the platysmus. That's that really superficial muscle here, the front of the neck. Ah, good. Circle out your jaw. One direction and the other. Really good. Great. So come off of your bolster if you're on one, block, whatever. Let's just go ahead and let your legs come out long here and just sort of let your hips relax gently. Letting out any sounds, burps. I'm always so conflicted. I want to drink my decaf coffee because it's just so delicious. But as you notice, if you're talking or moving or stretching and you're drinking, it's not, you're not really giving your full attention to drinking and that digestion. And so there's a lot of swallowed air. So that's the burping that happens. So maybe some windshield wipers. I know that this is a head and neck and shoulders practice, but my lower body always wants a little something something. Yeah, good. So I'm going to change my shape and I'm going to come into Virasana Heroes pose. So you can sit on the tops of your feet if you'd like. Again, if you need a bolster here, you can even put a blanket or a towel, kind of fold it up a little bit, roll it up, and you can put it right between your hamstrings and your calves. So whatever's comfortable for you, coming into whatever shape that you'd like to just be able to bring some movement to your shoulders. So let's just have one shoulder go up, but again, trauma informed, you get to choose. So I'm just starting with one shoulder at a time, really slow, really noticing the sensations in my body. This is a little bit of strengthening here. And then now both maybe together, squeezing shoulders up to ears and down. Let's bring our breath with that. Yeah, inhale. Exhale down. When you inhale up, exhale down, sort of roll them back and down. Yeah, so let's inhale, squeeze, exhale, roll back and down. Shoulder one roll at a time, maybe alternating. So good. I'm noticing my fingertips gliding, the tops of my quads. Let's do one shoulder roll forward, maybe just a couple. I don't generally tend to stretch this way because we're already this way, right, on our phones. So I'm mostly focused with up, back, and down. And I want to talk about, this is something that my yoga teacher during our yoga training taught us is, right, if you follow your collarbone, yeah, your clavicle, right underneath your clavicle here is a beautiful place to massage, self massage. So, and really, there's this acupuncture point or acupressure point sort of distally here that's associated with loss and grief. So, but just notice that fascia, notice that muscle, the muscles right under the clavicle, and you can just gently push your fingertips into it. If you have, you can roll a ball into it, or if you have other fascial tools, you can roll that into it. You can turn your head as you're touching and massaging, noticing that. When I first was in that yoga teacher training, I had never touched that area before, and it was tender, really super tender. So just know that that's really normal. Yeah. Oh, so good. I'm noticing like my hands are just sort of naturally coming to my sternum. Look at all that vasal congestion or vasodilation. Look at all that redness, the blood flow. So other side, it doesn't matter which side you start in. So find your collarbone, find your clavicle. Zhink. Yeah. And it's right underneath. You could just go the whole length of it. Yeah. Just pausing in any areas, moving your head with it. Just feel in through there and just normalizing that it may be tender. That's totally okay. Oh, so good. Deeper you go, the slower you go. So I've kind of made my fingers go a little faster. I'm not as deep. So I'm kind of wanting more of that flow. Noticing I'm wanting to like sort of flick the energy off too. Totally okay. Yeah, good. Wonderful, wonderful. Great. Let's go ahead and stretch it up here. So inhale, arms circle up. Oh, so good. Make your fingertips come together, interlace your fingertips, and maybe you have keep your index fingers extended. Yeah. Inhaling here, exhaling here. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Just feel this stretch right here and the shoulders. Yeah, good. Keep your hands together, but just bring them to prayer hands, letting those index fingers join the rest of the fingers, nestling in. Yeah, noticing any sensations in the neck and shoulders as we start to move that energy out. Inhale. Interlace fingers, thunderbolts, index fingers extended. Exhale, stay here. Tucking chin, tucking tail. Good. Wonderful. Exhaling, bringing hands together and nestling them here at your sternum. Good. Shake it out. Wonderful. Let's come to our hands and knees here, yogis, okay? I'd like to do some stretches with the wrist here. So just come to let your fingers splay out here, okay? And hands are under shoulders and knees are right under the hips here, okay? So let the eyes of your elbows rotate forward. So the eyes of your elbows are just the antecubital here. So if you're down here, you may notice they kind of turn, but if you rotate your shoulder out, you'll have the eyes of the elbows facing you. So yeah, so just notice that external rotation of the shoulder blades here. So fingertips can be a little angled out. They don't have to be right right in line with your shoulders. You can bring them out a little. Eyes at the elbows facing the front of the mat, whatever your front is. Yeah, and then from here, just really gently shifting your weight forward and backward. So feeling that wrist stretch forward and backward. Just putting just a little bit of pressure. And again, if you know you have shoulder or wrist injuries, go really slowly here. And if this pressure is too much, you can always do it just by taking your hand and just stretching here. Yeah. So if putting pressure is too much, you can simply do this. Okay. And then we're going to switch. So if reverse prayer hands are good, or you can do them with a little bit of pressure. So letting the tops of the hands be on the floor, palms are upward. Don't worry about where the eyes of the elbows are. Just feel the pressure at the tops of the hands here. We sometimes forget about the little joints of the body. So starting with the big joints and moving out gross to fine. Yeah, little circles if that feels good for you. You can use your body and the connections to itself and the earth with it as massage, self massage. So, but notice what's happening in your body. That's the difference between regular um, yoga for the masses, the old Depeche Mode fan, music for the masses. So shaking it out, that's the difference between just any old yoga class you go to versus trauma-informed yoga for healing trauma. So we really want to have this emphasis on choice and interoceptive awareness. That's noticing the sensations inside our body. So exteroception, our senses, eyes, ears, what do we see? What do we hear? What do we taste, smell, touch? And so the interoceptive awareness is what's happening, bodily sensations as we move, right? Okay. And beautiful. Let's go ahead and grab a scarf or a towel or even a strap. I'm going to just use my headscarf because I'm cool like that. So all we're going to do is some range of motion here with so you can grab them however, you grab your stick, scarf, strap as far or as close together as you want. And maybe you don't know what that is yet, so that's totally okay. So we're just bringing our arms up. Oh, stretch back here. Oh my God, that's so good. Ooh. Oh man, that's lovely. So you can make your arms go all the way around in a circle if you want. I would have to bring my hands way out far to do that. So but if you want to, you can do it. It's up and then bring it over and around. So whatever feels good for you. This is my sweet spot right in through here. That's what feels really good. And be mindful that your shoulders aren't towards your ears. So really drop those down as we do these motions. So you can bring it up and around. You can do circles like that. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my hands closer in and just really focus on this sort of angle right here. Oh, that's just lovely. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Oh, so good. That's lovely. And usually in yoga, yin yoga, we don't get up off of our mats. However, today we're going to, I'm tucking my shirt in because I kind of have loose clothes on today, which is fine. You don't have to wear yoga clothes, right? So keep your strap, but we're going to come into a forward fold here. And we're going to use our strap to bring our shoulders up and over. So just coming up real gentle, real easy. Okay. You can keep a gentle bend in your knees, and I recommend you do so. Okay. And so grab hold of your strap, and we're just going to make sure here. And we're just going to let our strap and our hands here. Okay. And then again, however far apart you want them to be, and then just let gravity
take hold here. Oh my God, so good. So you might feel your back body strengthening, lengthening, stretching. Oh, so good. Shoulders, letting gravity bring them down. Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to go ahead and come on out of that. And I want to just come into a yogi squat here. That was a big back body opener, and I don't think my body was ready for that. So just listening to your body here, right? So as you'd like, we can go ahead and come back into a forward fold if you want to. So just making sure that your knees are softly bent, and you can have your block. You can have you don't have to touch the floor. So just notice what props you need, right? And don't lock your knees out. Keep a nice soft bend, but do let your head and neck sort of relax. And you can grab your elbows if you want. You can keep your hands a little bit on the ground. You can reach them back behind. So just feel this whole back body opening up. Feel what's happening in your body. You can have my feet are about hip distance apart. I'm kind of just letting my tail wag. So just really whatever feels good for you. This tail wag is kind of like a little mini lunge from side to side too. Some straightening one leg and then the other. Yeah. Oh, that is lovely. Mm. Slowing down, noticing what's happening. Mm. Letting out any sounds that want to be known. Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. If you want to come into a yogi squat, or you're welcome to stay there. Just feeling your body, notice what's happening here. Oh, it's lovely. Great. Let's go ahead and come down onto our mats, supine. Just go ahead and lay on your back. We're going to do just a supine twist here, just briefly, and then we're going to do a really extended twist for the head and the neck here. So bring your knees up to your chest, Apanasana, little rock, little rolls, whatever feels good here, or stillness, squeezing, maybe rolling out the ankles a little bit. Yeah, just little joints of the body, right? Spreading toes, flexing. This little movement there. Great. And then just bringing hands out to cactus arms or to a T. Just you decide which side you want to go to. We're not going to be here long. So check it out. Maybe drop the knees to one side and then the other. Notice sort of which is maybe a little tighter, and then go to that side. Mine feel pretty equal today. So chose to drop my knees to the right, letting my left shoulder be pinned down. And then with your head, I just want you to just turn it to the right and turn it to the left. Yeah, just a couple of times here. So we're in the supine recline twist. And then we're going to just bring our head in to look to one side and then the other. And then when you get to looking to the opposite side your knees are at, for me it's to the left. I'm going to just take my left arm, and my shoulder blade is still on the ground here. I'm going to take the weight of my left arm and just sort of drape it. Okay, really challenging to talk in this shape, so Oh, soften what doesn't have to work. Soften through the neck, eyes, jaw. Releasing, moving energy. Breathing to the biggest pocket of sensation. A yoga teacher in Colorado, Jenna Finkston, Jala Blue Yoga. She always would say that. What a beautiful phrase, beautiful invitation. Biggest pocket of sensation. Hmm. Right. And to come out of it, I want you to take your hand, whichever hand is draped over, and like really grab your forehead here, your cranium, and let your arm ring your head. Don't use any of your head, neck muscles at all. Let your hand move your head and feel how that can release that stretch there in the neck. Yeah, that's great. So just bringing one leg back to the center at a time. I'm feeling a little windshield wipery, but you can Uppanasana, you can knees to chest. Just really listening to what your body needs. Oh, so good. So good. You know, singing aloud is another great way just to stimulate your throat chakra, Vishuddha, and energy come out. And, you know, people only like sing, oh, I'll sing, but I'll only sing in the shower. Sing at work. Notice what happens. Sing in the bathroom at work. All right, other side, whatever other side was for you. I'm bringing my knees up and then over to the left. I'm sort of letting my left hand just sort of tuck in the crotch there. Yeah, just for some support. My right shoulder blade is really connecting to the earth. And same thing here. Just bring your head to look to one direction and then the other. Notice how the back fascia, notice if you feel any other stretches as you just simply move your neck, your head. Isn't that amazing? So tuning into that interoceptive awareness. And when you're ready, bringing your head and neck to look to the opposite direction your knees are, draping that back of the hand sort of over over the side of your neck. So hard to talk in this shape, so I'm not going to. Soften what doesn't have to work. Let the weight of your hand, arm stretch out that neck. Mm. Breathing into the biggest pocket of sensation. Mm. Noticing what you notice without judgment. Oh, that's lovely. So same thing, take that hand that's draped over, if it is, grab hold of your skull here and use your shoulder and arm muscles to move your head and neck. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's great. Keep your knees to whatever side they're on. I'm going to turn down my heater because it's like really hot now. Heater. 1 minute. So if your knees are to the right or to the left, it doesn't matter. So what I want you to do here, keep your knees to whatever side they're on, and then bring your hand front. So so we're in this really big twist here. So my knees are still to my left, and I'm sort of on my forearms. Now here you can simply bring your arms down into crocodile, stacking your palms and just being right here. But what I like to do is bring my head to look to the opposite side that my knees are on. So my knees are to the left. I'm going to bring my, excuse me, my knees. Yeah, my knees are to the left. I'm turning my head so that the right side of my skull is on the ground. Now with this one, sometimes I use my hands to sort of situate my head and neck. And then I'm going to take my right fingertips and sort of find the back of my ear here. And just, it's that same sort of draping sensation we did. Yes, I hear you, throat chakra. So I kind of use it to do a little gentle massage and through the neck, sort of back in the back of the ear and suboccipital. So you can use your own healing touch. And you might notice how just pulling a little changes the whole stretch. Oh my God, this one's so good. Mm. Mm. Letting out any noises. Totally okay. Little self massage. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe your hands are just stacked and you just barely lift. Use your crocodile hands to support your head in whatever angle it's in. Oh my God, so good. Relax, it doesn't have to work. Hmm. Softening with each exhale. Oh my God, so good. Okay, now to come out of this, I'm going to keep my forehead on the ground and just sort of roll it. I'm extending out through my arms and just rolling my forehead on the ground, letting it come to the other side here, looking over my right shoulder. Yeah, good. And then coming up onto forearms and just tucking that shoulder in and coming back to supine, laying on your back. Maybe some windshield wipers here. So I didn't really feel that much in my hips. It's all in through this whole left side. Oh, a little self massage here. Yeah. Oh, so good. Great. Other side. So now knees are going to stay to, for me, it's the right. It may be the left for you. We're going to turn and come up onto our forearms here as we bring our hands into crocodile. And you may just stay here the whole time. Totally okay. So I'm going to take my head and look to the right. Oh, yeah, this one's a little different. So notice what feels good for you. I'm going to take my right arm and sort of relax it down to cactus arms. And I'm going to use my left hand to just gently massage in through the neck, back of the ear, scalp, just whatever feels good for you. And if you're not used to self-massage, there may be some, or massage in general, there may be some tender points. So totally okay. It's okay to kind of stay there and do like little tiny circles of pressure, acupressure. It's okay to sort of pinch the skin together, to glide. Just notice what feels good for you. And, you can always just find a spot in back of your ear, and it may be more towards the top of the ear. You can always use your other arm to sort of adjust your head a little bit more. I'm noticing on this side, I need to probably do this side in the future because the left side of my skull is not making as much contact as the right side was. So no judgment, just notice how this side is different. Relax, it doesn't have to work. Soften. Breathe. Notice. Bring in your breath to the biggest pocket of sensation. Letting go of any muscles, neck muscles that are efforting. Oh, it's lovely. So same thing, keep your forehead on the ground, and you can use that hand to just sort of help roll your head to look to the other side. It's a big, big stretch. So using your hand, letting your arms sort of extend forward and just rocking on your forehead here. That's great. Pushing up when you're ready and just switching back to be on your back again. Maybe some windshield wipers here, maybe Apanasana. Come so far away. Goodness, what's happening? Okay. Okay, perfect. So y'all stay laying down or whatever your shavasana is here. So shavasana generally that means corpse pose, but generally we say shavasana to mean just your ending pose, the relaxing part. And this is the most important part of the practice. It's when you get to integrate all the new learning. So if you're laying in corpse pose, I encourage you to bend your knees, lift up just a little, and sort of pull the skin down so that your sacrum is flat on the earth. Tuck your shoulder blades under so that your palms are skyward. Let your legs just sort of flop out, feet just flopping out to the side. And so this is what Shavasana would look like for you if you are in that shape. But you can, again, trauma informed, you can be wherever you want to be. You can have your feet bent, knees bent with your feet to the wide edges of the mat, bring the knees in, constructive rest. This is a beautiful one to release through the psoas, iliopsoas. Don't have to work at all. You could be on your side, laying on an arm. You could be prone on your belly. So Notice what feels good for you. I'm going to sit up so y'all can hear me a little bit better. To take you through the last part of our practice, which is Yoga Nidra. I will always end with Yoga Nidra. So good. So as you arrive in the shape that you're in for your Shavasana, closing out your practice, sealing your practice. Notice all the points of contact between your body and what's supporting you. And you know what? I changed my mind. We're not going to do Yoga Nidra. We are just going to do a breath visualization for Vishuddha, for this throat chakra. So noticing your body in the room, noticing any holding and releasing. And just notice your breath, just your natural, normal breath. Oftentimes with this direction to, well, it's an invitation, but with this focus to the breath, the breath just deepens on its own. And that's totally okay. Or if there's a deeper breath you want to intentionally bring, totally okay. Your practice. So with your attention on your breath, notice where you can sense your breath the easiest. Sensing your breath the easiest. Maybe it's at your nostrils, right below your nostrils, upper lip. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's in your chest, upper torso. Maybe it's in your lower torso, belly. So just notice your breath here. With the full moon in Virgo coming on Tuesday. Virgo is mercurial. Virgo can be critical, attention to detail, but communicative. Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, planet of communication. So notice your sensations in your throat. And the breath visualization is so simple. Maybe you just feel your breath right in through your throat. And just visualize the breath moving out from throat center in 360 degrees and coming back. And maybe you notice to sort of visualize a blue ball. And so I can't say that without laughing. Maybe you notice a blue sphere, globe, that's sort of in the center of your neck. And maybe the inhale expands it out to the boundary of skin or maybe a little bit beyond. And the exhale sort of coalesces it back into this center point. Just visualize, and only if that feels good for you. Visualizing your breath, this color blue, and this sort of expansion and relaxation. If other thoughts come in, that's okay. Just come back to that visualization, or maybe you found something else that works for you. Maybe you're back at mantra with Om. Maybe you're just thinking Om. Maybe you're thinking it on your exhale. Maybe it's this sort of running mantra where it's just Om, 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 Om. There's no wrong way to do it. Yeah. Feeling all of what your practice brought you, new shapes, new sensations, new practices to explore, self massage, chanting, singing, laughing, vocalizing, releasing, all with your choice. Feeling free to let go of that visualization at any time. Just be. Mm. Yeah, that's great. It's your whole practice. Hmm. And when you're ready, just roll to one side or the other. For day practices, some yogis believe to turn to the right, a little more energizing. With all the sinus stuff going around, you may want to notice which side of your nostril, which nair is most open, and roll to that side, allowing the little more congested one to drain. Yeah, just transitioning here for just a moment on your side. And only if that feels right for you. Eventually finding your way to seated, keeping your eyes sort of closed down a little bit, and just gently fluttering them open to orient. And finding a tall spine here, maybe using your bolster again. Just arriving into seated as it feels right for you. And just gently sweep the arms up. Inhale. Nothing exciting. Let the fingers come together and meet at heart center, really nestling in into your sternum here. Maybe the chin tucks down just a little. And oftentimes we bring in sankalpa during yoga nidra, or a lot of yoga teachers will have an intention for the beginning of the practice, I invite you to have an intention for the rest of your day. And maybe it is for this chapter in your life. What are you really focused on? But have an intention for right now, something that feels good right now. It's always phrased positively and in the present tense. So maybe it's something like, I am aligned with spirit. I surrender to flow. I am always joined with source energy. I am one with God. I am a child of this earth. I walk softly. I am kind more and more. I am forgiving. I am compassionate towards myself and others. Whatever feels alive for you. Just say it to yourself a few times. And here at the end, we're going to close with 3 ohms. So feeling free to exhale all of your air, pull belly to spine, inhale. Ah. Feeling that vibration, primordial sound. As we bow to each other, I always give thanks to the way showers and wisdom keepers, those who came before and have given us all these beautiful practices that simply really is our choice to use on our healing path. Have a beautiful day, yogis. And till next time, take care. And they moved the end stream button. Much love and blessings, yogis. Take care.